Yeah, next week is Catherine. Week after that is Esper. Week after that is our Cookies Bustle episode.
Yes. So do you know does Phil have a way for us to do that?
Phil, are you still working on getting us Cookies Bustle set up?
Oh, yeah. What operating?
ThanI'm Phil.
Everyone's
Phil.
on Windows.
Okay.
The old Windows.
Cool. Thank you.
I don't know, Brandon, I feel like you would be a Linux guy.
I'm going to be, but I haven't done it yet.
Have you ever played with Linux?
If you count messing around with the Steam Deck in desktop mode, then yes, but otherwise no. So it's gonna be a journey for me. But I am like I do still prefer like file trees and nesting folders and stuff as a way to browse things. So I think I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah, they still got that. It's interesting because the file trees and nesting folders are in different orders than things on Windows. And that plus command line stuff is still very confusing to me, but like it's 90% of the way to being pretty much the same as any other desktop.
Yeah.
Those nesting folders in different order.
We'll see. We'll see if I can.
Ordered to.
That was by Stevie Linux.
Thank you. Nice. Very good, Esper.
I just snorted. You got to snort.
Hooray.
It's a rare snort for me.
Nothing here except a stinking pile of manure. This is episode 434 of Insert Credit, a video game podcast challenging a panel of experts to address a curated selection of topics to the punctuality of a radical buzzer. I'm Alex Jaffe, the Prince of Prompts.
Oh, I'm Frank Cifaldi, captain of Coke Zero. I had to look around my desk. I'm the captain of Coke Zero. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm Ash Parrish, and I'm the Hierophant of Horniness.
Oh, wow.
Nice. I'm Brandon Sheffield. I'm the oligarch of obscurities.
Also pretty good, but I'm giving it to Hierophant of Horniness. You can put that on your CV.
Hell yeah.
I think we should just end the show. I mean, that's...
I mean, we can
it's all going down from here. Like
we can just make that our intro for every episode now.
Do a Looney Tunes, just Iris. We're just done. Yeah.
I have some questions for you. As we can do a very long post show here. Sometimes we do a little bit of banter after the show wraps up. I feel like we could start with the end theme and then just do all of this as the post theme. I don't know if that's doable. Esper, don't do that if it's...
I don't know what you mean.
I don't either.
Happening right now. Can we do the show?
I'm the only one who listens to the show. It's fine. You don't have to be there. You lived it. My first question is a very important one. What's your favorite cartridge shape?
Oh, ooh.
That's a good one.
That's a good question. My first thought, which is not my favorite, but definitely the one I think about the most is the Atari Jaguar. Because why did they do it? It's basically like it's a rectangle, and then you put one of those Korean rice cakes in just sort of a curved shape on the top. You just kind of thonk it on there so it's kind of loose and wiggly, and then that's your Jaguar cart. Another fun thing about that cart, in addition to just looking weird, is that if you stack them next to each other, you can't pull out the middle one, because they like lock on top of each other. So it's really good if you want to pack them together. But if you want to pull one apart from like a bunch of them, you can't do that with these.
Is that why it's designed that way, for like mass transportation?
I doubt it.
Why does it do that then?
I don't know.
No one knows. Yeah.
I have two. The one that is like my absolute favorite cartridge is the dual docking cartridge from Sonic and Knuckles. Just I love that shit. You won't ever do it. But like generic cart wise, I really am a fan of the form factors of the original Game Boy and the Game Gear, because I really like the fact that they're flush. They're flush, and they have these little indents that you can use to like stick your thumb in there and just push it up. So you can, I thought that was really cool. So Game Boy, Game Gear, and the Sega Genesis dual docker for Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, my only answer is original Game Boy and Game Boy Color.
That was mine as well. Yeah,
it is by far the cleanest. It's just very well designed. The thumb imprint part at the top of the Game Boy cartridge is just perfection. They stack, like they just straight up stack. Like you do not get better than a Game Boy cartridge. And I don't think there's another answer.
Because all the things that you said, like clean, stacks, efficient, the HuCard is better in all aspects in as far as those are. It's basically like
the thumb imprint. What are you talking about?
It has a little triangle with grooves on it. And it's got
you have
the grooves
to push
on both
that
sides.
like way harder to get your thumb grip than you do on the Game Boy. It's just kind of seamless.
Yeah, the Game Boy's got that like little chip in the top right corner, that like little angular divot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Brandon, do you have any Hue cards?
It just have to stand up. That's the problem. This is a Hue card. See? It's very thin.
It's too flimsy.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No,
I feel like I would break it.
They have weight. You will not break one of these. They're really solid feeling. And for me, the reason why they're so cool, I know I've said this on the show before, but like every time I looked at one of these things when I was a kid, I was like, how did they fit a whole game in there? It's so small.
What the fuck is this even for?
This is TurboGrafx PC engine.
Oh, you should have said that at first, because you know I'm never gonna know what that is by looking at it.
Yeah.
There's just not enough texture to it.
Well,
I agree.
I agree.
It's too flat.
I see what you're saying, but that doesn't look fun to me. It just looks like a credit card. You know, I'm factoring in the shape of the system as well as I'm thinking about this. And the Game Boy cartridges kind of complete the Game Boy, whereas the TurboGrafx just has this weird little indented thing that you slide the card into, and it just
Yeah. That's another good point, that the Game Boy doesn't look full unless a game is in it.
That's true.
Not a lot
That's
of
true
systems
of a lot
you can
of
say that
of
for.
a lot of those handhelds though. Like the Wonder Swan, the Game Boy Advance. I like how the Wonder Swan carts look also because they're clear quite often. Once you got to the Wonder Swan color, they also have the indent. They're longer than they are wide, which to me is it's like it matches the aspect ratio of the screen, which I think is neat.
I don't like the Wonder Swan.
Yeah, it's too like harmonica looking.
No.
It's not symmetrical, and I think that upsets me. Also, I'm scared because this question was too good, and I feel like all the questions hereafter are just going to make us mad.
Well,
is that what you think of me? You think that of me? I am the one who prompts.
Well, and immediately before this question was Ash's banger response as well. So it's just tip of the pyramid.
Yeah.
You're all very afraid.
Going into the depths now.
I think that's a great transition to our next question. As a game developer, how do you buy more time from your publisher?
Oh, it really depends. Because sometimes they don't want to give it to you. Because
that's the trick.
Yeah, because more time means more money, and sometimes that's not available at all, and that's why you get games that come out rushed because you can't buy more time. And I think ultimately that's on the publisher deciding how they want to be. If they want to be nice, and if they think it's worth spending more money, are they going to spend money to make money? These days, it feels like they should change that axiom to. You got to spend money to lose money because that's all we're doing right now.
Boom.
We're just spending money and losing it.
You just got to spend money.
So
just got to spend money.
As a person who's never made a video game, the way that I would do it is I would get the biggest, most imposing, but most senior member of the developer team to go to the publisher to physically intimidate the people who give you money and
try to beat
scare them into giving you more time.
You got to get some 6'8" bruiser on every development team to go, we need more time, buddy.
Well, I don't like that because it really should be like you should be in a positive relationship with your publisher. You're trying to make something good together. So, for example, the way that I've done it is to lie to them.
Oh, that's a good one. What are some of your favorite lies?
I wasn't expecting.
Took Ash a second. Good.
Oh, that was funny. I was not expecting that. Good job, Frank.
I have lied to get more time. It was we needed more time, and the opportunity presented itself. I didn't straight up fashion a lie to buy more time. They came and they were like, "Hey, sorry, but parent company is suddenly requesting X. I know that this is disruptive. What would it take?" It would take 5 minutes, but I told them it would take 2 weeks, and they said okay. So that's the lie that I did to buy more time.
Yeah, you probably could have gotten more than 2 weeks.
Oh, when I had a job, I'd do that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That also works when you're a journalist.
It's true. Nobody knows how long anything takes.
Yeah.
Including the people who are doing it.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I find that things usually take about 40 minutes to do after you stress about them for 2 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are always the worst.
Yeah.
We've had to get extensions on games several times, and it's always just been a good back and forth discussion. And in fact, with Isprid, they were trying to make us take more time at one point. So that was nice of them. I was like, no, we should release it now. And they're like, no, please take more time. I'm like, I guess. That was specifically during the when we had to move Demon School out of the way of Silksong.
Yeah. That was kind of a necessary, please take more time.
Yeah. It had to happen. It was the right call. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what would be a more creative. Oh yeah. So here's a fun story that came across my Blue Sky feed today. Was about Yu Suzuki, who discovered some cool colors for Space Harrier because of a trick that he used, which was similar to like how porn games had like a mom enters the room screen. It was like a kill switch that would just change your screen from a porn game to like a Disney screen or something like that. So he had a boss who Nakayama, who would come around, the boss of Sega at the time. Who would come around, and if your game looked finished, he would be like, "It's done, ship it." Like if you had finished looking graphics. And so Yu Suzuki said he had installed a switch under his desk for when Nakayama was coming by, that would like dump. It would like do a color flush so that the colors would get all weird, and to a layperson, it looks like the graphics are messed up.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, that's funny.
That's so good.
And one day when he was doing that, he was like, "Ooh, I like these colors." And that was how some of the colors for the backgrounds of Space Harrier got born, because he was like, "Oh, this color." So he like froze the CPU and then extracted the color data to be like,
That
"Yeah,
is
let's
really
use this."
good.
But that's how he got more time from his publisher that he was directly working underneath, because he knew that if he came by and saw some nice looking sprites, he'd be like, "Oh, well, that's done. Let's put it out."
So to Frank's point, lie.
Yeah, lying's a good
lie
one.
creatively.
The point is lie. Yeah.
Design your lie. All right.
Yep.
This next question, I think, is for Ash. I want to know, what are the most important skills that people don't talk about in esports?
Being a good person. Severely underrated skill. Like it's like a meme at this point, but a lot of times it's not just esports, but it's all like the technical things, like, you know, being a coder or whatever. Like the number one thing people talk about that is like an underrated skill that is like underdeveloped in the population is like having people skills, being able to talk to people, media training, essentially, like knowing how to be candid without saying things that you shouldn't kind of say. Just like being, this is going to sound really weird, but like being a normal, affable human being, like severely underrated skill, like severely underrated. Like work on your people skills. Like, yes, I know your job is computer and your job is video game, but you actually have to talk to people in real meat space and not shout slurs over like Discord or whatever. Like talk to people, learn how to talk to people, learn how to media training. Honest to God, everybody, like just you and I, we need media training because we need to know how to be this affable human being in like any kind of like social situation. And a lot of people think that's like soft skills. It's like feminine. Nobody really pays attention to it, or you only have to pay attention to it if you're after a specific thing. Not true. Talk to people, work on your people skills.
Look at Mom Donnie. I mean,
exactly.
That's
some people skills.
Soft skills out at every orifice on that fella.
Yeah, they are. Did you ever see the meme where he's like, "I'm filling all of the holes," and I'm like, "Yes, Daddy."
Yeah.
16 inches of snow.
Yeah. Yep. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. Fund our libraries, Zoran.
Yeah, I was talking about recently about how like there was like a little clip of him playing street ball with some dudes, one of whom was famous. I don't remember who it was. You know, he gets the ball and he shoots it and it goes straight in. And everyone's like, "Whoa!" And like most politicians would not know what to do after that happened. And Mamdani just smiled and shrugged. He was like, he just smiled and shrugged. And like it was such a good and natural response. And you can't train that into a politician, like how to be a normal cool guy.
Like coolness can't be taught, but you can study it.
Yeah,
I guess. Like you can study it and you can emulate it. And if you emulate it well enough with your own personality, you too can be cool.
Does this make Sonic Fox the Zoran Mamdani of esports?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Because I love looking at them because they are a really good masterclass in how an esports player not should be, but like the best example of it, not just because of their politics and because they're like a cool furry, just because they're just like a cool dude that's like real chill to talk to, while also like not being like that disaffected, like detached kind of persona. Like they are really good at that. I love Sonic Fox so much.
Yeah, I think you were talking about people being able to learn the skill, and I think first people have to learn like who they are and how to be themselves first. You know, like be comfortable being your person, and then you can like smooth things out from there. But you have to first know how to be yourself, which is hard for anybody to figure out. But like you need that as a base, and I do think that's like, I mean, it's a good skill for anybody, but for esports people, like you don't get memes about these folks unless they are being themselves, you know? Like they don't surface into the general consciousness unless they're very adept at being themselves, and whether that's weird or goofy or cool, that all, I don't know, it works.
There's got to be a lot of toxic beef in esports that I just don't know about.
Like mad cow stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Just inedible hamburgers.
Mm-hmm.
I've left that ministry for a while now, so I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the toxic beef was actually between esports players and their very own agencies.
Yes.
Who weren't paying them.
I think that's true of most organized sports.
Indeed. So yeah, maybe the other skill to learn is how to manage your esports manager.
Yeah.
I think the really fun thing that American or Western esports players need to learn is like how to banter. Eastern esports players do this really well. Like how to banter without being toxic. Like how to be like, have that bravado and, you know that Japanese understated like pride. Like, oh, I'm very good at this. But I'm like, I don't really care that I'm really that good at this. Like that. Because in America, you get the whole like, I'm going to kill you and eat you for brunch. The cream rises to the top. All that kind of shit. No, don't do that. Just like that Eastern kind of flair of like, yes, I'm very good at what I do, but I also don't care that I'm very good at what I do. And I'm not going to denigrate you, but I am denigrating you at the same time.
Less pro wrestling, more sumo.
Yeah.
Guess. I feel like we're getting a little stilted on this, but I do think there is something to be said for like different communication styles that are less in your face aggressive and more subtle. So
subtlety.
I got a question for you guys. For you rumor hounds. The rumor on the street right now is that Alex from Street Fighter 3 is back, but he's married his cousin. Their press agents are trying to cover this up as quick as they can, but the news is already out. So I know you three have your ear to the ground on all the industry gossip, so I'd like to ask, which other video game couples are hiding secrets from the public?
All right. Okay.
So, this is spoilers for the end of Bayonetta 3.
Oh, boy.
Spoilers for the end of Bayonetta 3. Okay. That's a beard situation right there. If never if you don't know the ending of Bayonetta 3 and you don't care about spoilers, the whole thing is that the journalist guy that's been following her around
Luca.
all 3 games is like her one love interest in the world or whatever, and they hook up and they have the daughter or whatever. That shit's not real. That's a beard situation. That is a lavender marriage. They are both gay. we're just trying to impress parents. That's all we're doing here, because there's no fucking way in life that Bayonetta is that guy. That guy?
Have you seen Jean?
Yes. Come on. There's no fucking way. There's no way. I would buy her with the little Danny DeVito character if he wasn't already like a stated family man. I would buy that relationship before I bought the other one. Like, you are playing in my motherfucking
I
face.
love that little Danny DeVito guy.
I love him too. He's great. Like, stated family man.
Yeah.
He's excellent. Anyway, continue. Rest of the panel.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what
Yeah, what have you heard, Brandon? I know you've been following the trades.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see that Sonic Human Secret Love Child and what that looks like. I've never, Sonic 06.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah,
since then.
that baby is an adult now.
That baby's an adult.
I want to read the fic of Shadow and that aged up Maria.
Yeah.
I know it exists. And I want to read. There's probably like a really good, like, enshrined in the fandom as like the number one, like, cornerstone foundational text. I want to if readers, if you know what that is, send it to me at show@insertcredit.com.
Does that go to you?
I don't know.
Alex, it goes to me, but I know where to forward it.
Exactly.
I can forward
You
it to
know
you
where
as
to
well.
find me.
Well,
I know where to find Ash.
Brandon's answer, got me thinking about Sonic, and I don't know why it's a secret, but Sonic and Tails had a Catholic wedding, and they don't seem to want people to know about the Catholicism. So
yeah, they are very private about their religion. They're like Chris Pratt that way.
I'm sorry if I'm spoiling that, but
Yeah.
it just
I
doesn't
didn't know
seem
that.
big
That's
of a
news to
deal.
me.
Yeah.
I think Tails' parents are Episcopalian.
Right. They had to kind of hide that from them.
Yeah, they're pretty open. It's just the the Catholic side doesn't.
Okay, so getting back to the Street Fighter thing, is this a first cousin situation?
It might be second cousin.
I'm unfortunately not looking this up, so this is coming from my brain. Alex and what's her name?
Patricia.
Were raised by the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was presumed that she was adopted or something, or he was, I forget who. But either way, it was already gross because they grew up as siblings, and there's like images of Alex holding her as a young child, first of all. So there was that. But then it was revealed through some business that the guy who raised them, it's his sister's daughter that is Patricia. And so I guess it's like first cousin or second cousin.
Can I say something and have you guys not get mad at me?
Oh, sure.
Maybe. I can't guarantee
it's
that.
It's always hard
so
when you front load that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. The whole thing about they're not siblings, but they're raised together as siblings, so it's still kind of gross. I never bought that. I never bought that. If there's no genetic relationship, I don't care. Like, no, that's fair game to me.
If you add a like a 15-year age gap,
I was going to say the age gap.
The age gap, like, I understand it, but a 15-year age gap still, it depends on when they hook up. So if like he's 45 and she's 30, that plays. That plays to me. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't
think
even
he's
if they
45.
were raised together.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is. If like 30 is probably that cutoff for like 15 years. Like anything younger than 30, we're getting a little weird. But 15 years age gap, they are not genetic. No, I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't
anyway,
find that icky.
The extra bit is that it seems they are genetically related.
No, I understand.
Right.
But just the other about that, like, oh, they were raised together, so it's kind of gross. No.
It's like what's the point of doing this? Like, why did they do this? I think the real answer is they forgot.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Why does Alex
need
to be married with this person having a kid anyway?
Why indeed? That's a good question. I think that's ultimately what's got everyone weirded out. Is like this didn't need to happen, and so it reads like someone's fetish.
I think it did have to happen because one of the core tenets of Street Fighter is to go home and be a family man.
That's true.
Yeah,
but I mean, he didn't have to go back to his very own home to be a family man.
A family man. He has taken this more seriously than anybody.
He could have gone to a different home.
Lucky there's a family man.
So Ash, if if you don't believe in the taboo of foster siblings, then when you view a porn site, are you just like, so that's normal?
I mean, yeah, like the stepsister shit. Like, why is this? Yeah, like, I don't care. I don't care. Like Jamie and Cersei,
you mean older
I don't
woman?
care. Like, that's not gross to me. Is that weird? Am I weird? Is that weird? Are we revealing more things about me than I want to?
I would
I'm not
say
going to call any sexual anything weird ever. It's like I've been on the internet long enough to know better.
I certainly wouldn't say it's weird. But I do imagine it's weird for you to look at like a porn site and be like, why is this a kink for everybody?
Right.
Which I also wonder why it's a kink for everybody, but from a different perspective. You from
but
like,
for Ash,
why would anyone?
Just like, oh, this is the
nothing.
plot of this one.
And for me, I'm like, why are people interested in this?
Like the whole, they are very
so
specific, and I think that has to do more with like laws or like obscenity laws. They're very specific about the step part, as if that makes it less gross. And I'm like, I don't. You are two consenting grown adults. Who gives a shit? Go ahead. Do it. Have fun.
You know who agrees with you on this, Ash? Mary Shelley.
Hell yeah.
The main romance in Frankenstein is between Dr. Frankenstein and his foster sister.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot to think about as we go into the break.
Turns out in 1826, Mary Shelley wrote a novel called The Last Man about the plague nearly extincts, makes a near extinction event of humanity, and it's neat. It was apparently people hated it at the time, but I want to read that now that I know it exists because she doesn't get her due for writing other stuff.
She didn't just invent science fiction. She invented the post-apocalyptic.
Like she is the original horny poster.
Yeah.
Like that bitch is like her and Bayonetta and like Eartha
Yes,
Kitt.
her and Bayonetta invented horny posting.
Yeah, like they're like my horny North Stars.
Mary Shelley, you would have loved Bayonetta.
She would.
That's probably true.
It's probably true.
It's probably true.
What would Mary Shelley? What video game would? Welcome back to Insert Credit. What video game would you recommend to Mary Shelley?
Bayonetta.
Please explain yourself.
Like
Date Everything.
That's just like synergy.
Oh, yeah,
Something
she
like-
would be into Date Everything.
Something like Date Everything. Yeah, because she's into like recombinant humans. She's into like the animate versus the inanimate, and she's into dating and horniness. And so dating personified credenzas seems like a thing.
The other appropriate canon accurate answer, Elden Ring. Like she may not play Elden Ring, but that bitch would be a lore hound for Elden Ring. She would eat that shit up.
I think also like the kind of dating sims or erotic games for sickos that are about like zombies and
Like
and
White
whatever
Day.
else.
Like that kind of shit. That's not exactly what you were talking about, but like that kind of stuff. Like Yume, Nikki, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she'd probably be into survival horror. Like she'd play Silent Hill F and be like, "Oh yeah, the patriarchy sucks."
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd like all those Silent Hill games, I think.
Yeah, we'd probably all be friends with Mary Shelley is what I
Mary
think.
Shelley, come on, insert credit.
Unless she's
What's the game, the horror game with the picture? Fatal Frame.
Frame.
She would love that shit too.
Yeah.
I'm going to show her a Bondi game for the NES called Frankenstein the Monster Returns.
Yeah.
The unofficial sequel to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And I want her to see, where people take her work.
Yeah.
And see what she thinks about it and see how she feels like fighting Frankenstein's monster as a final boss.
I mean, the main thing I'd want to get her read on is the song The Monster Mash by Bobby Parks.
Oh, yeah. Is that in a game?
Is it in a game? I don't know if it's been in a game.
It's got to be like covered in an Amiga game somewhere.
Is it like a Guitar Hero? Can you play Monster Mash in a Guitar Hero? You gotta. They gotta put out like a Halloween pack or something. That's the only Halloween song. That and Spooky Scary Skeletons. End of list.
It doesn't count, I guess, but one of the very few times ever that my wife Amanda has gotten mad at me is I don't remember what game she was playing, I think it was Final Fantasy 15 or something. And sometimes when she was like fighting monsters, I would start playing the Monster Mash on like the speakers instead of the game audio.
Yeah, valid.
So,
the zombies were
and she
having
actually got mad, like, and that's just not a thing that happens. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
But if that counts, then the maybe Final Fantasy 15 in my house use the Monster Mash.
I've got a question from a listener because it's time to go to the question hole. This is the part of every episode where we take questions submitted to us through patreon.com/insertcredit, where for mere $1 a month, you get to ask us these questions. You get a monthly bonus episode and other fantastic surprises. This week's question comes from SteveWithaB, who asks, asking this as a way to support others or even kids facing it. Was there a time you remember being bullied for enjoying video games? How did you handle it?
It might be, generational or something, but I don't know that I ever have, because I grew up in a time where they were just toys that we all had. And then, my personal story is that I actually didn't play games for most of like junior and high school. So I think I skipped any time where I would have been bullied. But that doesn't mean I was cool. So I did still get bullied for other reasons. And the closest analog to games is that after the why can't I remember the name of the school? But the big school shooting that happened in the 90s. Columbine, thank you. After Columbine, someone did bully me and call me a member of the trench coat mafia, which is what the kids called themselves. They were that was very tied to playing Doom at the time.
But also, just to make you feel better, the thing that they downplayed is that those kids were super fucking racist. And it was less to do about being bullied and more to do about the fact that they were super fucking racist and Nazis and shit.
I don't care if they were bullied. I hope they were bullied. I don't know, but I'm just saying that that seemed vaguely tied to video games. The bullying, it's like you're one of these weirdos that does weirdo things, and you might shoot me.
Playing like Doom or whatever.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. You get the you're a weirdo who does weirdo things, so you're a school shooter. But I get that you're a weirdo. You do weirdo things because you are a girl. Because we're not allowed to do that, especially us, like black girls. Oh no, that was a no. That was a no fucking no, man. I don't have the best answer for this, because the way that I tried to get around that was by being very people pleasy, and so you wouldn't bully me if I was nice to you and I did things for you, and I leveraged my intelligence to win over the mean girls. But the funny thing is the worst bullying would come from my family and my parents. I will never forget I was watching, I think, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and I didn't watch it with English. I watched it with Chinese subtitles. And my dad goes to me, he's like, "You should have been born Chinese." And I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" What the hell? I don't know what, and it just always stuck with me. And I don't know, just the thing that my response to being bullied about the things that I like is just to do the things that I like harder. You can't beat my ass. And even if you can, who gives a I'm still going to do this thing over here. It doesn't really, I think the thing that you need to remember when you're being bullied is that those people are very sad that they have no interior lives. So the way that they have interior lives is by trying to make your life worse. So you don't really have to worry about that. Just keep doing what you do. And that makes you happy. And that's enough to keep going. Also, punch people in the fucking face. We bullies have gotten used to not getting hurt because we like to suspend those people. Get suspended. Punch them in the fucking face. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
I don't really know if I have that much to contribute, because I also people were mean to me sometimes. But there wasn't serial bullying, because if someone was mean to me, then I didn't talk to them anymore, and I just they weren't hunting me down. I think that's one of the benefits of being in a large city or whatever. It's if I wanted to avoid them, I could, and then I did. I think the one kind of things the things that I had that were good tools were first, I knew that I liked what I liked, and I wasn't shaken by other people being weird about it. And, it wasn't specifically, nobody bullied me specifically about video games. But I was like the only person in high school who was playing the weirdo video games. But I think what helped there was having other interests as well and being interested in a variety of things, music, movies, books, so that I had other stuff to talk to people about. So I wasn't talking to folks about video games when I knew that, like, okay, people don't care about what Saturn games came out in Japan. Mm-hmm. I understand that. Let's talk about music. Let's talk about this movie that came out. And having a variety of interests was a good salve for not being able to talk about the nerdier aspects, I guess.
Do you know what sucks when you're the nerdy kid that likes video games and you want to talk about music, but your music tastes are also weird?
Are also video games, yeah.
No, they're also weird because I was a child who liked jazz.
Oh.
Yeah, and that made me double weird. So
but I think
maybe.
I think,
don't know.
Well, I guess it's a different experience, but liking weird music, if you can find other people that like music, liking weird music is almost like a benefit. It's like, oh, this person has different kinds of, I don't know, maybe that's just the kinds of schools I went to.
That might work in the Bay Area or in California. Yeah. That does not work in Northwest Indiana. I'm sorry.
I'll talk about my experience. I got bullied a lot as a kid from like about 1st to 6th grade. I would say I was the main target of bullying in my year of my school, and for reasons I did not comprehend at the time. It did not have anything to do with video games. It more had to do with the fact that I am on the autism spectrum and did not know how to talk to or deal with people and did not take the rules of social interaction for granted. And if they didn't make sense to me, I wouldn't participate in them, and no one bothered to explain them. So I was just kind of an outsider for that whole period of time until I transferred schools and got to make a new impression. But during that time, kind of my main coping mechanism was video games. Like the way I dealt with bullying was, well, I can play this thing. If nobody else in my life wants anything to do with me, there's this whole thing that I can interact with and like not disappear into, but just engage with and like have sense of play that was deprived of me from everybody else. And video games were a huge part of my childhood for that reason. And it's why I'm hosting this podcast right now, because it was my way out of bullying at the time. Then in 7th grade, I changed schools and decided my new persona would be I'm the guy who hosts everything. And here I am now.
Wow.
Was your house the fun house?
My house was not the fun house. But I hosted all like the school events and student run events at school.
Oh, nice.
I decided it was much more fun to be in front of a crowd than part of a crowd.
That is a gene I do not have.
Yeah. That's some real genuine shit. Let's move on. What is the waking up just a few minutes before your alarm so it's not really worth going back to sleep of video games?
I think for me, that's something like, it's like this hasn't happened in a long time, but it's like when Treasure announces a new game, but it's like a licensed game thing, and it's like, it's not going to be one of the good ones. And it's like, because for me, when I wake up right before the alarm, it's like, I feel like something almost good happened because I woke up naturally, and that's good. But I missed out on 5 minutes of sleep.
Exactly.
And that's bad. And, So it's something like that in there for me, I think, but I'm going to think about it a little more.
I hate when you get like health and mana fill-ups when you have like the potions that are taking up slots in your inventory.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good one.
What did I carry these here for? Why did I set my alarm if it was just going to heal me?
I'm struggling with this one. So it's when you wake up before the alarm.
When you wake up,
don't go back to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. It's not worth going back to sleep because if you do, the moment you do, you'll be woken up by the alarm again.
Yeah, or you'll sleep too long then, or it'll mess up your cycle, etc.
Right. Or the only thing I think of is like when you buy like an item, like a weapon from the shop. Yeah. Right before like a big boss fight because you want to have more power, and then the boss drops something that's better than the item you just bought.
Oh, yeah. That's bad.
That's more like Alanis Morissette ironic. But for me, it's games that throw too many upgrades at you. Actually, Jaffe, maybe you can relate. I'm thinking of the Arkham games. Like by the end of those games, I'm just not leveling up. Because, I mean, I am, but I'm just not like claiming any of the rewards because it's like, I don't need more stuff.
Yeah.
I'm good. I have enough stuff here. So that's what kind of comes to mind for me is like, great, I leveled up, but I'm not going to bother doing anything about
allocating skills and shit like that because it's not necessary. I know what you mean.
I wonder if I don't actually feel this one, but I have very particular thoughts about this sort of stuff. But I wonder if people feel this way if they buy a game and then it goes on sale the next day.
Ooh, yeah, that's heartbreaking.
It probably is that way for somebody. I tend to buy games mostly, when my financial situation is secure. I buy my games to support the developers of the game. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy this at full price. But it's true that some things it's like, you know what, I'm not sure about this one. I'm going to wait till it's like 30%. And if I bought it and then it went on sale 30% later, I'd feel quite the fool. Actually, that's why I have not purchased Resident Evil 9 yet, because I know that they're gonna put out some DLC and then they're gonna release the whole thing in a package in like 6 months for $30.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that, because they always do that.
Yeah.
So
Gold edition or Game of the Year edition or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. One of those is going to come together, and I would feel foolish.
Yeah, you just got to play before February. You got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 9 is going to get Game of the Year, isn't it?
I don't know.
You think? Maybe.
Who knows?
That's the only thing I can think of right now. At least right now, it is.
Well, it's only been 3 months.
March.
What about Crimson Desert?
Yeah.
Boom.
GTA 6, which is definitely coming out this year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That game's not getting Game of the Year.
Let's do our lightning round, shall we? I got a fun one planned this week. This is a game that I'm calling Are You Fucking Stupid? Here is, so
lightning round, one at a time, go.
So
yes.
what I did for this one was I got some actual magazine ad copy advertising video games, and I'm going to read you the tagline from that actual magazine ad copy. And you have to tell me what video game that tagline is for.
That's okay. So what era did you pull this from? Because if it's from like the late 90s to like 2005, it's all gonna be "Are you fucking stupid?" And I'm never gonna get it.
The entire time that video game magazines have been a thing.
If you listening along want to cheat at this, archive.gamehistory.org will let you text search this very plainly.
Oh yeah. All right. Our first one is no arms, no legs, huge features.
Rayman.
You're all wrong. It was Rayman 3.
Fuck off.
But is it the Rayman 3 ad where he's at a urinal?
That's correct. It is the Rayman 3 ad.
Do I get some points?
Yeah, Frank, you get half a point for knowing he was at the urinal. Yeah.
I think we should all get points for knowing that it was Rayman.
Fair enough. All right. You all get half a point. Frank gets 0.75 points.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Just an extra trickle for him.
Yeah, an extra trickle.
Dribble.
Our next tagline is, at last, a superstar that blows more out of his nose than he snorts up it.
Boogerman.
Nope.
Boogerman.
Son of a. It's not Boogerman.
At last, a superstar that blows more out of his nose than he snorts up it.
Duke Nukem?
Superstar.
Leisure
Superstar.
No, Leisure Larry doesn't blow his nose. He blows his wad. Come on.
Right.
That's right.
This guy does cocaine.
No, the guy doesn't do cocaine. It's a joke about cocaine.
It's finally someone who doesn't snort cocaine. That's what they're saying.
Star.
Blows their nose instead of snorting cocaine.
You're all wrong. This was an ad for Echo the Dolphin.
Jesus, what?
Yeah.
What? Read the copy again?
At last, a superstar that blows more out of his nose than he snorts up it.
In whatever has Echo the Dolphin blown his nose?
It's
conflating
a blowhole with a nose.
With a nose, which is not correct.
That's not right. That's not correct.
It's also not a mechanic in the game.
No, it's also not.
No.
Our third one is a hairy hero, and his balls are on the line.
Is this Iggy's Wrecking Balls?
That is not Iggy's Wrecking Balls.
Oh, God, it's not Bubsy's Bad Fur Day.
No.
That's Conker.
Conker's
You wish it was Bubsy's Bad Fur Day.
God. Now I want to make Bubsy's Bad Fur Day.
Every day for Bubsy is a bad fur day.
It's true. What could possibly go wrong?
It's really cool that Conker has like a Leisure Suit Larry-ass game, but he's also in Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah,
like,
that is
this
cool.
That dichotomy is very interesting to me.
So
It's his first appearance.
he's
Yeah.
hairy and something about his balls.
He's a hairy hero, and his balls are on the line.
They're on the line.
I can't think of it.
Hairy.
All right, if we get like a partial, will you
If you get a
lead us in the
partial,
right
you get half a
direction?
point, as
Well,
with
okay,
Rayman.
okay. So,
You already guessed, Frank.
Oh,
I don't
see.
know. Cubert.
I didn't know this rule. Okay.
Yeah, you got one guess.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll be quiet and less entertaining then.
Okay. I said it.
Frank, what is your guess?
I was gonna go toward a Donkey Kong land.
That's
like,
a that's
Ah.
a good impulse because it's a hairy hero, but
Yeah.
no, it's not a donkey.
Okay. All right.
Brandon,
Okay, so I said it's not Conker's Bad
you said it's
Fur
not
Day.
Bubsy's bad fur
Not
day.
bad.
Yeah.
Bubsy's bub. His balls. He's got balls of fur, not
He's
seed.
got balls of fur.
Balls of fur.
Hairy, not furry.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Running Wild.
This was
Huh?
Super Monkey Ball Adventure.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
okay.
Yep, that'd
Okay.
do it.
All right.
Yep.
Running Wild. I was thinking of because it's like a furry foot racing game.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
So it's a PlayStation 1 game where you're a bunch of anthropomorphized animals running around. And their balls would be on the line if they reach the end. I
Jaffe,
guess.
if there's anything on this list that is that level of obscure, just skip it.
No.
Yeah.
Running Wild, yeah.
Your next one is I will not mate outside my species. I will not mate outside my species.
Spore.
I will
Spore.
not mate outside my species. It is not Spore.
Fuck.
Oof.
I think this is gonna be one that has like a sexy anthro lady. It's got to be.
That is
Was
incorrect.
the Star Fox with that
Just
really
incorrect?
hot
Okay.
wolf lady?
Oh,
Which
that's a
one was that?
great guess, Star Fox Adventures, but no. This was for an ad for Seaman.
Ah!
Ah,
Okay.
huh.
All right.
Weird.
This is my least
Is
favorite
it
one on the
too
list.
late? Is it too late for us all to visualize that as a Sonic 06 ad?
Yeah,
It is not too late.
Okay,
this
let's
is
just
my
take
least-
take
yeah.
a second and
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty good.
It
That's pretty
works.
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
All right. This next one is my least favorite one on the list. Like, it actually makes me angry.
Nice.
God knows what it's about, but it sure is fun.
What?
Ew.
What?
What?
Oh, God knows what it's about. Okay, yeah. It's
Oh,
it's like
oh,
a
oh.
who knows. Not,
Okay,
not
okay.
We're not saying that God knows a thing. That's
Okay, I don't
the
know.
confusing
Oh
part.
fuck! I don't know.
So
Do
it's
you hate
something
the game or do you hate-
crazy.
The
Yeah.
tagline.
Clearly a
Jaffe.
tagline by someone who just did not bother to even like play 1 minute of the game. It's just like
This
snap
is
on.
how Stan Lee introduced any comic he didn't write.
right.
you know?
Yes.
Yeah, it feels like a localization of a Japanese game to me as a result.
Yeah,
You're on the right track.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Nope.
No,
This is the anti-Ashley Lightning round. You know I'll never get this shit. I didn't get magazines when I was a kid.
Okay.
I got
God
one.
knows what it's about. God, it could be anything.
It
There's
really
a
could.
PlayStation 1 game. It's Japanese. Weird mini games. Maybe has Crisis in the name, something like that.
Incredible Crisis.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, it's not incredible.
Okay.
It's
Thank you,
Goemon's
Brandon.
Great Adventure.
Oh, I didn't
Oh.
guess, but okay.
Yeah, I thought you were both guessing Incredible Crisis.
No, I was just telling him what
Yeah, he's
the
just
answer to
helping
that
a
was.
bro out.
But
All right.
it's okay. I was gonna guess Romancing Saga or something,
All
which it
right.
also wasn't.
Yeah,
gonna be.
I didn't think you were gonna get that one. Fuck that tagline. Next one is the game that pumps you up.
Pump it up.
No, but good guess.
That would be the worst.
That would be so good. God,
I mean, yeah.
I would love that if
Pump It Up slogan was the game that
the
pumps you
game
up.
that pumps you up.
Okay, so is there like
Oh,
a?
man.
There's
Ash,
like
I'm
is
giving
there
you
like
a quarter of a point.
Yeah,
All right.
like
Is there like a
Dance Dance
weightlifting
Revolution's tagline is "It's a revolution in dance."
All right, the game that pumps you up. I'm gonna go pretty wild here. It's clearly not the answer, but it sounds like it could be a very stupid ad for Earthworm Jim 2, which has a level where he pumps his face full of air.
That's a good guess. Incorrect.
Okay.
Did
It is a good
SNL
guess.
ever make a video game?
Another
that-
good guess.
That was where
Incorrect.
I was thinking along the lines of like True Lies or something like
Yeah,
that. But
something Yeah, something
That's-
Schwarzenegger related.
But I don't think it is.
But
And
is there
so-
any game that has like weightlifting as a component of the game?
Sure, but I doubt that's what this is. It's too clever.
Is it God, what's that called? Balloon Land or something? What's that called? That
Oh.
NES game? You know what
Well,
I'm talking
that
about?
Okay.
predates video game advertisements, so
Yeah,
it's a bad
that's
guess.
too early.
but-
That's too
yeah.
early. So, okay, I
don't
lose.
know
I
anything
lose.
about that shit. This is literally
All
the
right.
anti-Ash lightning round.
This was Drax Night Out, which famously features
Oh.
like pumped up sneakers.
The
Oh,
Reebok
Oh,
Pump, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Okay.
that.
So
I thought there was
that,
a chance Frank might get that one.
Well, the thing is, I'm thinking about magazine ads.
Yeah.
That did not run in magazines. That is a flyer from our archive that was scanned.
Fair enough.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh,
so I
shit.
could not
Uh-oh.
go there.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Our next one is She's All Mouth.
Bert. Okay, is Birdo in this game? Did Birdo ever get like her own standalone game? She's all mouth.
He's all
Miss Pac-Man?
It is Miss Pac-Man.
Hey,
Wow.
nice.
very good.
Ash takes the lead. The first correct guess of the game.
Yeah, the anti-Ash round has.
That always happens.
She just has to think like the most misogynistic troll who has ever lived.
Okay, but for which system?
Shut up.
This is another awful one. Quite possibly the only thing weirder than your sister.
Oh, I remember
Okay.
this one, but I don't know what it's about.
This is definitely like okay. I'm gonna guess a year. I'm gonna guess 1994. Do you know the year?
I will look it up.
I think it's earlier. But I'm
This
not
was
sure.
1997.
Oh, it's later.
wow. Okay. Okay.
A little too late for this.
Only thing
Yeah.
weirder than your sister. But there's nothing
Weird in
weirder than my sister.
1997. Is it Earthworm Jim?
It is not Earthworm
That's too
Jim.
late. Too late for Earthworm
I
Jim.
don't know years.
Could have been 3D though. Could have been Earthworm Jim 3D.
Could have been Earthworm Jim 3D. That's true. That's true. The only thing weirder than your sister. 1997. We're talking about.
It just could be so many things. I don't know.
Yeah, it really could
There's
be
so
anything.
many boy games. So many silly boy games.
I'm gonna
that we use that as
say.
advertising.
And also, what would they want to advertise as weird? Is what I'm trying to.
Yeah, I can't. That's why I was like Earthworm Jim, Toe Jam, and Earl. Like
Right,
that's the
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
something stupid like that. I'm going back toward it's Japanese.
I'm sure
but
it is.
I don't know.
All right, y'all giving
Well,
up?
no. I'll just say Ehrgeist.
That is incorrect. Esper Quinn, what is this game?
Wahoo! It's Klonoa, Door to Phantom.
God
Isle.
darn it, you're right. But honey, I want Klonoa.
Baby, I want Klonoa. All right. Our next game is the most important PC game ever.
missed.
Incorrect, but good guess.
Damn.
Are they quoting an outlet or is that the
That's the
tagline?
tagline.
Wow.
Black and white.
Good guess. No.
Oh, good. That was my guess. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a chance.
You were gonna
Both
guess black and
solid
white.
guesses.
Nice.
Yeah. The most important PC game ever.
Down to you, Frank.
I don't have a real guess, so I'm just gonna pull Spore back out.
This one was Quake.
Oh,
Quake. You
yeah.
know, my first instinct was Daikatana, so I was
Yeah.
closer with my first
Yeah.
one, but I knew that they were going so hard on the other taglines with Daikatana that it was not that.
Listen to this one. 38 reversals, 24 overhead grabs, 36 combination moves. You figure it out.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
No,
It's not Tekken.
it's not Tekken.
Damn it.
Say it again.
38 reversals,
Reversals.
24 overhead grabs, 36 combination moves. You figure it out.
Overhead grabs. I feel like it's sports.
I
Is
feel
it like
it's fighting?
I'm gonna narrow in on for you 38, 24, 36. They're
Oh,
being
God
very intentional.
damn
oh,
it.
is it
Okay,
Lara,
Dead or
Lara
Alive.
Croft?
It is Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive.
That was
Nice.
your second guess, Ash. I'll give you
Yeah.
half a point.
Is an
All right.
overhead grab a skating thing, or did I just
No, that's
completely
it's
whiff that?
grappling.
Yeah.
We're grappling.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would be surprised if there weren't something like that in one of those extreme sports. Overhead grab.
Yeah.
Sounds like something.
Our next tagline is everything's better but the food.
Okay,
It's
it's
bad.
better than something in real life, other than you don't get the food.
All right.
I will
So
warn you, the
I'm
tagline does
gonna
not
go-
make sense when you think about it.
Well,
Okay. Well, then that doesn't help very much.
okay, where my brain goes is that it's sports, and I'm like, oh, it's an ad with someone getting a hot dog at a baseball game, but I don't think Jaffe would make us guess a baseball game. Because he
To me,
likes
sounds
it being
like
by
this
time.
is the tagline for a sequel of a game that features food, where everything else is better, except that was not improved.
We made that part worse, but you should buy it anyway.
Please.
The chili dogs are not as fresh.
Yeah, like it makes me think Castlevania or something. Like, you still get
The
floor
wall
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did think of that as well, but I don't think that that's what.
Yeah,
it
that
is.
wouldn't make a
Everything's
magazine ad, would it?
No, not for
Everything's better but the
Castlevania.
food.
Everything's better, but the food. Better than what? God darn.
It's not enough information.
I
true.
don't think it's a sequel. I think it's based on a show or a real life thing that has food. But that's as far as I've gotten.
Would it help you if I told you this was a sim game?
This
No.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Good guess, no.
Okay.
Theme park.
No.
All right.
Ash?
2-point
Sure to guess
hospital.
Castlevania.
This was
Yeah, and-
Aerobiz Supersonic.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because the food on airplanes is bad because we're in Seinfeld
Oh,
era
yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
It's
That's
an
right.
airline food joke.
Gotcha.
What's the deal with
Yeah.
this? ad
Did you
copy?
actually think any of us would think of the game Aerobiz Supersonic?
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Okay.
I think very highly of you, Frank.
Well,
You think too highly
Just
of
Frank.
all of us.
Yeah. Our last game is, the tagline is G-String meets G-Force.
Okay.
I
God
remember
damn it.
seeing
We
this.
should be able to do that.
we should.
We should let the G string meet the G force. We should be able to. It shouldn't be hard.
G-String meet the G-Force.
Okay, what has your ass out and also puts you on a rocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
That's
it's a
the
racing
question.
game.
I was gonna
Yes.
say it's
Cruising
clearly
USA?
a sexy lady going fast.
It is not Cruising USA.
Yeah, because the ladies don't drive in that game. They
No.
hold up the
You-
flags or whatever.
It depends on how incorrect it is. I could think of an answer that would fit the bill of somebody who doesn't understand what the game is, but I'm not wanting it to be that, and so I'm not going to guess that one yet. But there aren't that many, so yeah, we should be able to figure this out.
Okay, is it Looney Tunes Racing and there's an elaborate picture of Bugs Bunny in a G string with his ass toward the camera?
That would be really fun, but no.
Okay, well, since everyone else has already guessed, I'm going to say that it's like Ridge Racer 4 and they just completely didn't understand the assignment because the ring lady is there.
Another good guess, this was Kinetica for the PlayStation 2.
Do you think we
Kinetica.
know what that is?
Yeah. But that is Are You Fucking Stupid? Our winner this
Yes.
week's episode is Ash Parrish.
I do
You
not
should-
feel stupid.
You should do this again, but with games we've heard of.
Yes, please. That would actually be more fun, especially if it's like games that we like and talk about a lot. So
Yeah.
to see if we
I
can pick
have
up the
heard
marketing.
of Kinetica, but
I
like
have not.
you know,
I was
that
worried about this episode being too good.
was that's fair.
Mm.
Kinetica is one of those like perpetually $5 games
Yeah.
that you see and you're like, should I try that? Nah, I won't.
This looks
and
like
I
a
never did.
$5 game that you would pull out of a bin at Walmart.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that game, it was designed by my dad, David Jaffe.
Oh, is that
yeah.
that's the God of War guy? isn't
Yeah, my dad.
Your dad
Yeah.
sucks.
My dad does
it?
suck.
He kind of does suck, dude. I'm sorry. Mr. Jaffe,
All right.
if you listen to this podcast, your son is wonderful.
Aw.
Not the other one, the actual
Yeah,
Mr.
Dr.
Jaffe.
Dr. Jaffe, happy 70th birthday. We're getting close when this comes
Oh, wow.
out. It's time to make our recommendations.
Kinetica. Yeah.
Kinetica.
Just
Everybody
get
play Kinetica.
Go
It's the
buy
only
it.
place where G-string meets G-force.
But I don't even get G string when I look at Kinetica. Like there
No,
aren't
they're like
sexy
robot
ladies in
ladies.
this game.
There,
their
there
butts
are
are out.
there are ladies in it.
Oh, I see the
Kind of.
boobs.
They're
but,
sort of
oh,
robot-y
I see
ladies
it
and their-
now.
and
I
their butts are
finally.
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to point out that one of the ones from
there's a better tagline where you can see like it's. Do you remember the Shiva sisters from Final Fantasy 13? It's like them.
Yeah, roughly.
So the lady, and you can see her little G-string, and then the little line next to it is like, how fast do you like your women? And I like that one. That one's cool.
Yeah, I saw that one and it was too good.
Yeah, that was good. Anyway, recommendations. I'm sorry.
Recommendations
Oh, I like the cover art. It's kind of cool.
of Kinetica. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to recommend the movie Suddenly in the Dark. This is a Korean thriller from the 80s, which is about a 30-year-old lady losing her entire mind because a 19-year-old has nice boobs. That's like really the plot. A husband brings home a young lady as a housemaid, and I mean, it's a pretty patriarchal, gender skewed sort of a film, but it's very psychedelically shot. Everyone's going nuts.
How does the movie end? Oh no, tell me offline, because I know how the movie should end.
I'll tell you later. It doesn't end how it should end, but it ends.
It's an ending.
Anyway,
That's
it's got a lot of neat film techniques. It's got a neat score. If you want to hear like Korean horror synth soundtrack from 1980, this is your opportunity to hear what that sounds like. So, Suddenly in the Dark. That's my recommendation for this week. Anybody else?
People with big wardrobes, especially if you live in places where the climate is variable, it's time to change out all your winter stuff. I know that sucks. Consider donating the stuff you don't wear. I'm in the middle of that. It sucks, but I try every so often when I change out my clothes for the seasons to like go through the shit that I wear this season. If I didn't, donate it. If I like it too much, I'll give it one more go. And if I don't wear it after the next season where it's appropriate, I chuck it. So go through that wardrobe and donate the stuff you don't wear.
A lot of us fellas just wear things until they grind
Fall
into
apart,
dust,
yeah.
basically, till they just like it's only holes. Your shirts and stuff.
I'm not that. And I will add on to Ash's recommendation to not be like me. And if you're doing this, don't just make it trash bags that live in your garage indefinitely. Actually put them in your car.
Yes.
And drive them somewhere.
That's the hack.
because Amanda and I have a backlog of about 3 or 4 years of stuff that needs to go to the Goodwill that's just there.
I'm going to add one more thing onto that. If you have a bunch of clothes and you put them into bags and you are ready to put them in your car and you live in New York City, drive them over to Housing Works. That's an organization that I work with as my day job. We raise a lot of money for HIV and AIDS and homelessness programs. And a big part of that is raising money through our thrift stores. And our lifeblood is old clothes. It's how we raise most of the money we make. That and jewelry, some furniture. But if you live in New York, we got like 8 different locations everywhere in the city. And there's probably one close to you. And just drop it off at any time during store hours. We'll just take it. That's me just plugging what I do during the day.
Love a thrift store.
Yeah.
They are
also
good.
for like poor queer people, which is like all of us, out of the closet. Check those out. Which is like a theme branded of thrift stores that is like focused on like queer and gender inclusive clothes. So like if you're like a fledgling drag queen or a fledgling trans person, you need like binders or whatever, or tucking panties, out of the closet.
Great place to get that. I'd like to recommend that if you enjoyed this episode, why wouldn't you? Leave us a review. You could also keep us going with your patronage at patreon.com/insertcredit, or sponsor our show with an advertisement or personal message by emailing me at show@insertcredit.com. You could join our community at forums.insertcredit.com or find us on youtube.com/insertcreditshow. Special thanks this week to friends of the show, Only Ghosts, Kyle Brown, Corey, Alexander Davies, Will Roar, Jordan Thornquest, Death Strandicoot, Sean Patrick, and Plasma Goose. This episode is edited by Esper Quinn with music by Kurt Feldman. I'm Alex Jaffe.
I'm Frank Cifaldi.
I'm Ash Parrish.
I'm Brandon Sheffield.
And your game has now been saved.
Nice.
That's an episode.
Wahoo.
I think
That was a really good episode.
That was a really good episode. You told me it would be a bad episode, and I proved you wrong.
Who said that?
You said that.
Oh, I said it was only going to go downhill from here.
Oh, that's
That
true.
was a compliment.